Well, hello everybody. Preferred Selection here. It's been about a year, about 13 months, since I have uploaded anything to YouTube. So I thought the best way to get back into things would be playing a game that I'm pretty familiar with, a game that I'm pretty fond of. Going to be playing some Stardew Valley. Don't need to look at the TV right now, but I did want to just quickly pause things. That was as good a way as any. First time in a little bit on a new file, so that's going to be, not going to have the energy or the inventory space that I'm used to. I'm going to put it on the pause menu for just a second. We'll get back to the game in a moment. But I want to say, hey, thanks if you're an old viewer who is coming back after I've been gone for over a year, and if you are a new viewer, welcome. I'm Preferred Selection. If you're wondering about that name, it's not like a meat thing or USDA choice or anything weird like that. It is a reference to a Magic card printed in the 90s. So, yeah, I don't know if you played Magic back when Mirage was a thing, you might be familiar with the kind of crappy rare that my username is based on. Okay, so we start off with some seeds. We have 15 parsnips. Some people, when they start a new Stardew Valley file, they go ahead and they sell these seeds immediately because they're not really worth that much. The thing is, you do need parsnips for certain things that we're going to be trying to do. Certain goals that we're going to have. So rather than selling them, I'm actually going to plant them. I don't have a cohesive strategy for how I'm going to be playing Stardew Valley. I'm not like going in expecting to do like this on day 1, then day 2, day 3, day 4. I've just got a rough idea of what I want to do. Just kind of a casual playthrough, like I was considering coming back to YouTube playing Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, or perhaps Tyrant, or like some kind of ARPG, or I thought about playing Path of Exile because I've been really into Path of Exile offline lately. And I think any of those would have been okay choices. But Stardew is a game that I can just casually, I can think about it just enough. I can be here playing Stardew, looking at this, but I can also be talking to you guys and focused on. Don't you usually get a help wanted on the first day? I guess not if. Yeah, you even have a quest to cultivate a parsnip, so I'm not. I know people think they're clever just like selling their parsnips, but I'm not sure if that's actually. Not sure if you actually get anything out of that. You do have to meet everyone in town. Or you don't have to, but that is one of the very early goals, is they tell you to go talk to everybody. I'm going to buy some seeds from him. I'm going to sell. Daffodil gets me a little bit in the way of money. Is it energy? You can eat certain things and they'll give you back a little bit of energy. I don't think eating the daffodil is worth it, because it doesn't give you any energy. Let's see. Cauliflower is big money. Potatoes I don't really need. I think I'm gonna. I don't remember if I need money for anything in specific. I don't think I do. I'm gonna plant 1 potato. That just completely taps me out of money. And then if I need money for anything else, it looks like I'm broke. I'm not actually broke. There's always ways to gather a little bit of money. I could go chop something up or cut something down. You can check trash cans as long as there's no person within 7 tiles of you. You can check them anytime, but if you're playing this game that I've not really done any job of introducing, if you're playing this game with the goal of making friends with people, you don't want to check trash cans near them. It will upset them. They'll think you're gross. You'll lose a little bit of friendship with them. And right now I've actually got nothing to lose. You start at 0 friendship, so it doesn't really matter. But even just talking to them once, now I'm out of 0 friendship. Now I've got a little bit. Talking to people makes them happy. Giving them gifts, as long as they like the gift, they'll get some friendship. They'll get some friendship happiness out of it. I think even neutral, like neutral, you get a little bit of friendship. And then there's a category above like, which is love. If someone loves a gift, that is the best case scenario. I can't go get that leek right now because I have no room in my inventory. But as soon as I toss that, I'm actually going to plant these just to get some space. Should be safe to chop down this tree. You get a bigger energy bar the later you go, like the later into the game you go. But you start off with you can see I'm about like not quite halfway through my energy. Just doing the little bit of stuff I've done. Once I run out of energy for the day, I'm either going to start eating things. I didn't need to hoe quite that much. That's okay. I'm either going to start eating things, or I'm going to start scything, because you can use your scythe without any energy being consumed. Whoa, okay. I'm glad hitting that with an extraneous hit of my hoe doesn't do anything. So it's been a good 5+ minutes, and I've not actually introduced this game we're playing at all. I assume that most of you probably know Stardew Valley. I've done it on my channel before. If you're not familiar with this game, it is kind of like loosely inspired by Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing, games like that. I don't think there's any reason to go over here just yet, but... Are there any forgeable? No, I don't think there's going to be any forgeables down there. You don't need to worry too much about wasting time on the first day. You've got so little energy that it's like, if you run around and go somewhere that you shouldn't have gone, it's not a big deal. I could eat this leek, which would give me a little bit of energy back. Allow me to plant some more things. I don't know if I will, because if I don't eat it, I can sell it. What I'd really like to do is find just a couple more seeds. I've been cutting down a lot of stuff with this scythe, and I haven't found any wild seeds yet. It's definitely a thing that could happen. But so far, no luck. I've got an open spot in my inventory, so it's definitely not like... Okay, there's one. And there's 2, okay. Alright. Yeah, it's definitely not an inventory problem. I do want just a little bit of a path down this way. Like, I don't want to tap out on energy going this way, but need a little path just to get down here. There are some wild veggies that grow in this area, or sort of around this area, so I just want to see if there are any today. And it's been it's been a while since I've played Stardew Valley from... You actually get less points if they are doing an action and then you talk to them. It's not negative, but if you get 40 or something, 40 friendship if you talk to someone. If you talk to someone and they are not doing anything, and if you talk to somebody and they are in the middle of... Okay, so here's where... Yeah, so if I eat this leek, get a little bit of energy back, then I can go ahead and pick up the dandelion. And then it's basically... That's worth it, because, my inventory is full, so I'm not really... Ooh, I want that horseradish, too. Eat the dandelion, too. Now, I could just bide my time a little bit more and come back, but... It is almost 5 o'clock already, and the day... You can play until about 2 in the morning. At 2 o'clock, you'll pass out. So you want to be near your bed by, midnight, so that you can dive in and go to sleep and not get any kind of energy penalty. It is a lot like Harvest Moon in that if you push and run out of energy, or you just stay up too late, you pass out. And passing out is not good. I believe the penalty for passing out changes depending on where you are and what you're doing. Whether you're in your farm, I think it's in your farm, in your house. Sell those spring onions because I want a little bit of money for tomorrow. And I don't feel like I'm doing that bad on energy, so I'm gonna sell the horseradish too. Like, I could keep all that stuff for more energy, but I think I'll be okay. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't know how much money those are worth, but there are no mistakes. It's a casual game. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know about how long these videos are going to be. I'm going to try getting like a couple days in. So, 20 minutes, 25 minutes? It depends a little bit on... Some days there's just less to do, so you might rush through it faster. This first video might just be 2 days because we're going to be doing... anytime I have this menu open, that's paused, so that doesn't give me anything. What did I mean to say there? That does not progress the day, so if I spend a lot of a day, for whatever reason, with the menu paused, I'm going to try and keep these videos around a half an hour max, like 20 minutes to a half an hour, because I think it's a good length, right? And let me know if you are one of the few people who's back watching this and still sticking with the channel after a year of silence. Let me know what you think. I feel like I still watch YouTubers, but a lot of the people I know on YouTube are like, I wouldn't say too big to fail, but they've kind of, they've found their audience, and now they can kind of do whatever. So let me know if you think that half an hour is like, oh, that's so 2016. You should instead stream for an hour, or stream. What am I talking about? This isn't live. Going off the rails quickly here. If you think I should do hour-long videos or 15-minute videos, if each video should be a day, let me know, and I might take you up on that. I might not. Alright, so we've got... Just like that, we're out of energy again, so... Gonna get these mixed seeds down. I didn't explain what these mixed seeds I was looking for do. They are, I believe... random seeds in accordance with what the season is. Really, really nice things to plant on day one, because the parsnips we have are the equivalent of just like the cheapest possible, cheapest and I think least profitable seeds, maybe just above flowers in terms of things you could be planting. So the average seed is going to be better than a parsnip. So why not go ahead and, like later in the game, you're not going to be wanting to plant a bunch of mixed seeds because you're going to have this plan of like only planting the most profitable crops. But early on, it's like an average crop is probably going to be better than what you're planting on the first day of spring. Let me just check this description. A little bit of everything in here. There is a seed that I get these confused with sometimes that are... I want to make some torches really quick before I forget. Just to give a little bit of light into the farm. Now we can go to bed. I'm used to playing on the wilderness map, where enemies come out starting at like 7 o'clock. So it's kind of... Ooh, we leveled up our foraging already. That's great. So we can now make granola bars, and we can make wild seeds, which we're not going to do. Yeah, so one day took about 15 minutes, and that was a day of, like... Were these worth selling? Okay, so the horseradish are definitely worth selling. Spring onions, I think, are worth keeping for the energy, because 7 of them, they sold for almost nothing. Okay, so that was a little bit of a mistake. Probably should have kept the spring onions, but a little bit of money never hurt anybody. The game's going to start off a little slow. There's not a ton to do early on. I don't need to check the weather report or the fortune teller. Wednesday, I'm going to want to check these to see... Alright, the fisherman wants to come talk to us on day 2. That makes sense. He wants us to go and learn about fishing. I love fishing in this game. A lot of people knock it and say it's too hard. It is a skill, but it's not... I mean, if you can play like Witcher 3 and figure out that clumsy combat system and strafe and manage a bunch of, you know, baloney, you can figure out fishing in Stardew Valley. It's not rocket science. Water our crops really quickly. I'm not the kind of YouTuber, if you're new to the channel, that like edits things, not for a series. Maybe if I'm doing something special, but I tend not to edit, so you're gonna see me water my crops. You're gonna get the authentic experience. It's gonna be like you're playing the game with me. And one thing I need to do before I forget is make a chest. It's gonna take 50 wood, so that is like most of our wood. I actually don't like where that torch is. I want that torch to be a little bit more like... I'm gonna just put it... There's fine for now. Because I like to do my chests kind of in a row out from my house. And then we can start putting away some of the stuff that we don't need on our person. Free up a little bit of room. And we're going to go talk to that fisherman guy who... Yeah, we've watered all of our crops. Gonna go talk to Willie. Get some fishing going. Oh, and the thing I was saying earlier. There are 2 seeds that are kind of similar. There are, like, seasonal seeds. And I believe seasonal seeds are all, catfish are very hard to catch, so we won't be able to do that quest, but that's okay. We might get lucky and succeed in it. Yeah, the seasonal seeds, I believe, are, like, the seasonal, forageables. So if we made, like, spring seeds, we could grow seeds that would have an equal chance of turning into horseradish or dandelions or whatever. And then, this is going to be a cutscene. This is our fisherman guy. He is going to distract me from my seed point once again, but that's okay. He's going to give us a fishing rod. And I'm going to skip through most of the dialogue because I'm already not editing this and I'm already showing you, like, so much stuff. You can pause and read the dialogue if you want, but basically he's talking about... He just got a new fishing rod, so he's going to give us his old one. The original fishing rod you get in this game, you can't use any bait with it, you can't use any lures with it. It is the basic fishing rod, and it is super hard to use. But, well, fishing can be pretty good money in the early game, especially when you don't really have much to do. So we'll mess with it a little bit. Yeah. Basic fishing rod. I'll go ahead and show it off while I have it, but I will finish my darned point about seeds. So there's those seasonal seeds. And then there are the wild seeds, which are a random crop of that season. And I always get the 2 confused, but I'm pretty sure I have them right. And plant it. I'm pretty sure the wild seeds are better. Because you don't really need forageables that much. Although the one thing that's nice about the seasonal seeds is that they do all... I thought you were like guaranteed an easy fish for the first... casting, but this one's moving around a decent amount. We're getting spoiled in that our bar is not going down. Normally our bar would be decreasing. That was just... Oh my god, that was like an easy baby fish, and that was tough. Oh man, fishing's gonna be brutal. I forgot what it's like to have level 1 fishing. Sardines are kind of nice to hang on to for when you unlock sashimi or unlock fertilizer. They're using a bunch of different recipes. I can't believe how much difficulty this fish is giving me. Come on. Okay. That's enough fishing for now. You guys get the idea. Clam is also used in a fertilizer, I believe, but we're so far off from being able to... On my like regular file where I'm on year 3, I still don't bother with using clams for the sake of fertilizing. It's just too much of a pain. What I would like to do, I kind of want to try and hustle my way up to, I think, 2,000 gold. Because if I show you in... I think we already get to count as introduced to Lewis, but go talk to him anyway. If I get 2,000 gold... Hey, buddy. She went away. Just quickly introducing myself to these people just so that I can count as having talked to them for the day for friendship, and also make my way towards this quest, which is cultivate a parsnip. What is my fishing quest? Oh, right, the catfish, yeah. That's going to be impossible. So, okay, so 2,000 gold. That is the target that we're trying to hit. Can't sell fish to Pierre. So we'll just have to sell those tomorrow. Now comes the hard part of what do I want to do. I think I'm going to avoid mining until I have the next backpack. So the first 2,000 gold is just going to be however we come across it. And then we'll do mining once we have that, because it's going to be a huge pain. Do I want to keep the sardines? No, we're so far off from getting sashimi, and I don't usually make the fertilizer that they use. Let's see if I can't just chop down some wood, increase my stats a little bit. I could go around and try and do that introduction quest, but I'm not super worried about it. Chopping trees takes forever early on in the game. I want to keep my field clear because the stuff you cut down, it does spread. And I think it's a little early. I kind of want to make a second chest now just because I'm going to need one eventually and I don't want to forget about it. No, it's too early. I don't need to bother with the second chest just yet. Is there anything I can put away that I don't need on my person at all times? I don't need stone, but I mean, I'm going to be getting stone a lot. I can't cut down these big stumps yet. Don't have a good enough tool for that. You get better tools just as the as you upgrade them, and it takes a lot of money. It also takes a little bit of time. Sorry, I'm just concentrating on my pathing a little bit here. I'm a little distracted trying to get over to this lovely foliage. Yeah, tools take a little bit of time. They take a lot of money. I'm gonna try and get my tools done during winter, because there's a lot of tools that you don't really need during winter. Like you want the tools that are good for mining in winter because there's not much gardening to do. But all of your gardening related tools you can just kind of put in the shop, get them upgraded during the winter. So I'll try and, if not fully upgrade them, I'll try and get them at least further along in the wintertime. That's my plan anyway. It'll probably all go to... That's 4 seasons in. I'll definitely have them a little bit upgraded before then, but winter is like gonna be a that's gonna be a push. That's gonna be like a push to get them, you know. We're gonna do a cycle of tools in the winter. I don't know why I'm talking about 4 seasons in on our very first second day, first video. We'll not worry about that just yet. So one of the things that I think I maybe don't need to do that much is I've been kind of playing where like I do everything and go super hard and end up playing Stardew Valley like I gotta min-max it, and it's like, alright, I gotta make sure that I have enough energy to make it till 1 AM still doing stuff. There's no really reason to push till midnight or 1 on every day. It makes sense if you're trying to like do things fast in terms of like, oh, I want to get this done. I want to get X goal accomplished in just clearing a path here. I filled up my inventory. I need to get that backpack upgrade stat. So I was trying to go down there to get back at some spring onions, because I think new spring onions pop up every day. Oh, by the way, I can show off that field snack now. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm getting so distracted by everything. Alright, so I've got one of each type of seed that drops from a tree. You can plant these if you want to grow, like, the trees that are respective to them. Or you can go over here into your crafting menu, and we can make this field snack, which would give me back a little bit of energy, which I might need that energy, because I am low. Got 41. If you run out of energy, it's like staying up till late. You just completely pass out wherever you are, and there's varying penalties for passing out. It depends on if you're on your farm or in the mines, or just. I think if you pass out in your house, the day just ends. If you pass out on your farm, that might not be anything, or it might be like you lose money but not items. And if you pass out outside of your farm, you definitely lose like money and an item. I think that's right. I could be misremembering, but it's something like that. But basically, the farther you are from your farm, the worse it is, and I think you might actually lose 2 items if you pass out. I'm just wandering at this. Oh, there we go. I think you might actually lose 2 items if you pass out when you are in the mines. Which, as I said earlier, we're not going to mess with the mines just yet. I believe rivers are where I would catch a catfish if we were going to be going for one. And we might as well try, but the odds of me catching a catfish on level 1 fishing, it's not going to happen. In fact, there's like some easy fish in the ocean for sure. I'm not sure if there are any really easy fish in the river. Well, this guy's pretty easy. What is this? This is going to be like a shad or a chub. Something like that. Chub, yeah. Okay, so there's a couple easy fish in the river. That's good. This might be a smallmouth bass? I'm not sure. Or this is a shad. I don't know the fish by heart. I kind of... Okay, it was another chub. Let's keep an eye on... Alright, so we're at 25 energy. How much... Wow, that took like half my energy. I don't know how much fishing takes, but it looks like that took a lot. We've got a field snack, and we've got a horseradish. And we can actually keep... Okay, 17. Do one more cast. I don't think the reeling it in and fighting it part hurts me. Come on, fishy. I'm gonna guess that this is another chub since it's not really doing anything. Should be able to get it. This minigame is a lot harder than it looks, by the way. It's weird, because, like, this little thing I've got control of, it's very sensitive and floaty, but it's like a very... It's a kind of floaty that you get used to. Alright, so now I'm going to keep... A little tip. Keep your tool on your scythe if you're so close to running out of energy that you might pass out, because you don't want to, like... You don't want to be running out of energy and accidentally swing your pickaxe at the air. You know, just... It's not worth passing out because you misclicked a key. So, gonna run back to our farm. I could start eating some of the stuff on me if I wanted to, like, push till midnight or whatever, but there's no reason to do that. As I was saying earlier, if you're tracking your progress in this game by how much you can get done day by day, then yeah, you definitely want to play till, 11, midnight each night. But if you're tracking your progress just in terms of how well am I doing hour of playtime by hour of playtime, so I could buy this back if I didn't want to sell it, but I want to sell it because I want to know what it's worth. I want to know if it's worth, like, is there money in selling field snacks? Okay, so not a bad money day for day 2 of spring. Honestly, this is not bad. The field snack was definitely not worth it to sell. 20 is not much. Okay, but our forageables were good. Decent money from the... yeah, decent money from the fish. 561 gold. That's like the gold we started with. But we are at the half-hour mark. We're actually a little over. This has been my glorious return to YouTube. Thank you if you watched this. Even if you didn't watch this, thank you anyway, wherever you are. I will see you guys for episode 2. And there are going to be some more games on the channel shortly. Maybe not a whole... I don't think I'm going to go crazy, like full, not like multiple consecutive series. Maybe 2 consecutive series, like Stardew and one other game. But maybe that's like a channel update video or something. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.